Hey folks, welcome back. This is Celestial Irruption, a custom campaign for Starcraft 1. We are heading into the finale, map 10-2, the Battle of the Nexus. And at the end of the last mission, we were on our way to escape the Nexus on the Solarian, but we were saved by Tane, the Dragoon that trained Rond. I don't get it, and he had a bunch of Zerg with him. Definitely don't get it. So let's check this out. We'll see if this last map is playable or just a cinematic.
Your presence here is most welcome, Master Tane. If not for you, we would truly be living a different fate right now. Tell me, what happened on your trip to Char, and what of this brood you have brought with you?
Quite a story to tell. As you may remember, when we were fighting Nudras on Jedid, several of their overlords broke away and headed to Char. I took a shuttle and investigated where they were headed. I quickly found myself captured by the Zerg while pursuing the overlords. I was brought before a Cerebrit, to my surprise. It inquired as to why I followed its overlords.
So, the overlords that escaped from the Jedid platform were not from the Nudras brood. Please continue, Master Tane.
Yes, well, as I was saying, I was brought before the Cerebrit. I explained to him that I followed the overlords to see what Nudras was plotting, and it was almost as if... Cerebrit, it would be wise for you to release me at once. I am renowned with the Narthon, and should any harm come to me, they would surely...
Silence!
I have already said that I have no interest in this new overmind. The Sardas tribe is involved in other conflicts right now, most important of which is Nudras. Now, release me immediately, before my silent cannons meet with the slime you call a body.
The Sardas tribe. Well, perhaps we can reach an understanding. You see, I've heard of your exploits. I've heard about how you defeated Nudras and Sidon shortly before the defeat of my former master, the Great Earthmind. I was also informed about Nudras' death on the Terran platform of Jedid. But things are not as they seem any longer. Nudras has returned, and is in the service of Carrigan, not the Earthmind. Nudras was always loyal to the Overmind. The overlords that followed are those of mine. I'm a Manus, loyal servant to the Overmind. Enemy to Carrigan and distant rules.
There was a crippling copyright hit for this brief 30 seconds during the briefing, so just read the words and the sound will come back in a few moments. Hang tight. Ron and Tane speak with Ominous. His name is Ominous. How ominous. Hilarious. Alright. Desert region. Alarite. 1100 hours. Looks like another cinematic map.
Come, Rod, and everyone, let us speak with Ominous.
An introduction is necessary, therefore I shall give one. I am Omanus, leader of the ever-expanding Omanus. There's a time when these alliances are necessary. This is definitely one of those times.
Well, you did not ally yourself for the manpower. As you can see, our forces have dwindled to practically nothing. So why do you need us?
You Protoss are always so straightforward to the point. You take no real what you do. No matter. I've allied myself because you were the only Protoss to defeat Nudras not once, twice. Obviously, I'm strong.
if I do. What are you planning to do?
So you spies are going to explain every step of the plan. I want you to clear a path so that I can speak with Nugras. We have fought together with the former Overmind for a long time, and now he suddenly decided to be cowardly. I wish to understand why. Is that unreasonable? And if he is sided with them, I will have no choice but to destroy his son as a loyal servant of Irruption.
7576 is correct. Even with your group, we do not have the power to accomplish this mission. Not with the Empire looming overhead.
I really don't care about this empire. I never respected this empire.
Sounds to me like this Cerebrid just wants us to help it with its problem, then leave us in the cold.
We leave Nugras past too great forces of cowards. My office will use. After Nugras is gone, I am going back to Char where I'm needed. And I will not attack unless...
Wrong. You must make this decision on your own. It is out of my hands.
Well, my decision is... Okay, we will agree, with one condition, however.
Do I sense a lack of trust?
Not at all. The condition is, you give us time to get reinforcements here. From Durazida, Genid, Shakuras, it doesn't matter. I want resources to fix our carrier, as well as 3 of your overlords. Even if Nugras is dealt with, there is still something very sinister within the Empire, and we will need those forces to keep up the fight.
The longer we wait for you, the more powerful Nugras grows.
You want my help? Agree to those terms. Otherwise, leave us now so that we may die in battle as warriors.
You have a reputation among the Zerg for being unpredictable. I see it as well earned. Very well, Protoss, I agree to your terms. Begin your preparations. I will move my forces near the Terran capital city. Nugdras's forces are strongly gathered there.
That is acceptable. Thank you.
What a strange Zergling. Wait a minute. This Zergling is my mutation experiment. How did it appear on Alarite?
Roland, once the Solarian is fixed, I would suggest going to the province of Sidon.
Sidon, I have not been home in so long. I always thought it was destroyed. And even if it isn't, surely it's abandoned.
You will find what we need there. Trust me, Ron. I have never led you astray once. Seek the Temple of Sidon, and you will find all the help we will need.
Very well, Master Tane. I will take 7576 with me. Milanthrope, would you object to remaining here with Tane to assist the Cerebrid?
Not at all, Ron. I will continue the fight here.
Dylan and I will go to Durazida. Tane, if you set up a warp gate here, we can set one up when we get there to make the return trip faster. Ron, your team should do the same. No use wasting time on the return trip. Good idea, Terran. I'm sure I can persuade the Tarkin Med commanders to give us more ships for the fight, as well as more troops. With Dawn at my side, we'll be able to convince them it's a worthy cause. Especially with the loss of Admiral Grassi. They'll be quick to agree.
Alright guys, let's go.
This should be interesting.
Wow. And that's it! Haha! There's no follow-up campaign. The joke is on you, and me, and everybody. Team Dream Team. Team Dream Team, that's right. Not just Dream Team, but Team Dream Team is all set up and ready to go. We've got a weird Cerebrid helping us out who seemingly won't betray us. And then it just ends. Like so many StarCraft 1 campaigns. I take that back. Like so many like so many of all sorts of campaigns from Warcraft and Starcraft 2 that just go into a huge cliffhanger. But you know what? That's it. That's Celestial Irruption. So I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if there was any sort of release of a story. I'll look into it. There is another campaign that's part of Celestial Stories called The Gallantry that I will be starting next. But as far as I know, it's not really related to this. Like at all. I don't think so. I don't know. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments if you know anything about this. But as far as I know, there's no playable follow-up to this. Similar to EDAS, but at least with EDAS, we got a decently readable synopsis of the follow-up campaigns. And they weren't super dependent to be knowledgeable about to move into Celestial Eruption from the first EDAS. Because a lot of stuff happened between episodes 2 and 5, but if you just remove that chunk entirely, Celestial Eruption is very playable without needing to know all of that. I mean, I guess Tane is back alive, and 7576. Those are the only kind of weird things that don't make much sense if you didn't know about what happened in the missing campaigns. Anyway, enough rambling. I like this campaign. The copyright music sort of got on my nerves, only because the copyright claims generally aren't a big problem, but when it's if it's a specific claimant, in this case Bandai, they like to just take the video down. They don't give me an option to just let them monetize it, which is just a pain in my ass. And, you know, there's plenty of ways I can get around it, but all of them are just a pain. So, you know, I know what all of the options are, but again, they're all just a pain in my butt. Anyway, we're done with this, and we'll see if the Gallantry hits us with any issues. A lot of these StarCraft 1 campaigns, this was before the age of copyrighted music being an issue. This was before the time of YouTube, so who knows? You guys don't care about copyrighted stuff, so why am I talking about it? This was a cool campaign. Leave your thoughts in the comments. You know what? Actually, you know what? Let's do a small retrospect, because one thing I want to point out is this campaign was the campaign of so many bizarrely weird subplots. Like, who were those weird gladiatorial Protoss that we spent 5 to 10 minutes of exposition learning about to never hear from again, nor did they really impact the plot in any meaningful way? Let's see, Koei Lentz being mind-controlled, something about Nugdras being able to mind-control people. Apparently that's not going to come into play. Maybe it was supposed to come into play later down the line. All this stuff may have. It was all being set up for some future thing that never happened. But yeah, there just seemed like so many weird plot lines that just didn't really fit, and I suppose were meant to be followed up later that never were. But again, I mean, I've been playing I haven't played too many of these custom campaigns, but I'd love to hear which ones people have enjoyed the most. You know, keeping in mind that these have been pretty old, because, and again, I played, what, 3, 5? I mean, Ascension of Duran, that counts as 2. So I played 6, you know, if you count Legacy of the Confederation as one full one, so I'm enjoying these a lot, so I'm gonna continue with as many as I can find that are playable and not bizarrely challenging out of my range of ability to play. Alrighty, well, this has been Jayborino. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.